right, hello everybody. We are here on September 2nd on the Coinsbank Bitcoin Cash Cruise in lovely Spain at the moment, and it's time for the Bitcoin.com weekly Bitcoin Cash news update. I'm Roger Veer, the CEO. Today we have not one, but two special guests with us. We have
Market, okay?
the COO of Bitcoin.com.
Thank you.
Name and title, please. And then one of my favorite authors on the online space who writes all sorts of fantastic essays online. If you haven't read his blog yet or followed him on Twitter, Derek McGill, tell us more about yourself.
Hey, I'm Derek McGill. I'm the founder of a company called Pathly, and I'm also a writer, so I'm writing about a bunch of different stuff, but Bitcoin Cash primarily, because Bitcoin Cash is Bitcoin.
Right on.
So that brings us to the very first piece of the news this week. Bitcoin Cash had a great big giant stress test this week. What did you guys think of that?
Well, my first thought was no stress on the stress test.
Don't stress.
Yeah, no stress. It just went just fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's awesome. I think there's some people claiming like, oh, it's not a big deal, it doesn't really matter, it's not really a true stress test. But honestly, like, I think that's irrelevant. Like, this is real world use. It's great.
Let's talk about numbers as well. Over 2.2 million transactions in 24 hours.
Yeah,
That's
in a single
amazing.
Day, 2.2 million transactions.
Right.
That's about 5 times more transactions than BTC has ever had in a single day.
And we're talking about on-chain.
Which just proves on-chain transactions. Which just proves all those BTC guys that were saying Bitcoin can't scale on-chain, they were a bunch of liars. We just proved it on
yes,
on
on-chain scaling is definitely possible.
And it works well right now today. So yeah, anything else to add on that, guys?
Yeah, so a lot of people will eventually really happy about the stress test, and they threw a bunch of parties all over the world to celebrate the stress test, and of course they went to different pubs and parties where they were able to buy their beers with Bitcoin Cash.
Beer and coffee with Bitcoin Cash.
On-chain.
Yeah.
So
on-chain.
That must have been really fun.
It shows that Bitcoin Cash works as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. BTC no longer does. If it doesn't work, as the very title of the Bitcoin defining white paper, it's not Bitcoin. That's why Bitcoin Cash is Bitcoin.
100%. Which is, let's talk about the second point.
Let's talk about how peer-to-peer electronic cash systems have the ability to help people all over the world, not just in first world countries, but all over the world. Which brings us to EPCH. You're probably familiar with this, Derek. Tell us more.
Well, so I mean, EPCH is doing great work. I mean, actually, literally saving lives really in Venezuela. What was interesting to me though is I saw this. I saw this tweet that said, the use case for BTC is Venezuela, not Starbucks. But honestly, I was talking to the EPCH guy the other day. He says the amount he's spending on meals with his money is $1, $2, $3.
Right.
Like,